SpaceX rocketing towards a record-breaking Wall Street debut. Elon Musk's space and AI firm has officially unveiled plans to raise $75 billion in an initial public offering set for next Friday. And the filing showed shares were priced at $135 each, which would make it the biggest IPO in history, 3 times the current record held by Saudi Aramco. At that price tag, SpaceX will be valued about $1.75 trillion, which would make it the 7th biggest company in the U.S. and also puts it above Mr. Musk's EV firm Tesla, which is worth about $1.6 trillion. And it plans to use the money to fund various moonshots, including Mr. Musk's goals to eventually send humans to Mars and put data centers into orbit, as the firm looks to evolve beyond its core rocket operations into a broader AI and infrastructure powerhouse. Now, this hotly anticipated debut could clear the path for more mega listings as AI bigwigs, Anthropic and OpenAI race to go public. For more, we are joined by Siamak Hesar, CEO and co-founder at Kayhan Space. Dr. Hesar, thank you for your time today. So just starting off, I want to get your quick reaction there. 135 USD apiece. 555 million shares, so $75 billion it's looking to raise, target valuation up to $1.8 trillion. These are huge numbers. What can you tell us about, of course, your reaction to this?
Yeah, as you said in your intro, this is going to be probably the biggest IPO in the history, and obviously, at this price, it's kind of SpaceX is dictating the terms to investors rather than the other way around. So, but more importantly, the question is, at $1.77 trillion, which is basically at the price of 135 each. That's what comes out for the valuation. Investors are really. It's not the question of looking at whether SpaceX is valued that much today. Rather, they are kind of hedging their bets on the future of some of the capabilities, the moonshot projects that you mentioned. Space data centers, starships. Basically, the commercial cargo, even the XAI growth. So they are betting on the growth of those businesses, and rather than today's basically the books that of the SpaceX. So that valuation is kind of forward looking.
Yeah, and this IPO also kind of breaks from Wall Street norms. The $135. I mean, this is different from how IPOs usually work. I think they don't usually look at a fixed price, especially for large companies. It's usually a range that is given. So with that, 135, I mean, what does this price point also mean then for, the friends, the family, investors? Are they going to become millionaires?
Hopefully. But yeah, as you said, this is a very norm-breaking IPO. I mean, the fixed price of 135 before the roadshow is biggest norm-breaking. The other one is, and as I said, that kind of shows that the SpaceX kind of dictating the terms rather than the other way around of the pricing. But also the biggest another big factor here is that around 30% of the offer is allocated for retail investors rather than institutional ones, and that kind of shows you how Elon Musk and the upper management of SpaceX is looking at this, because this is a kind of a investment that is they're looking at this as another category defining investment that is hopefully going to go big and potentially make a lot of people rich, but also obviously the man himself has a lot of influence on that.
Yeah, but is it enough to just rely on the Elon Musk factor?
That's a good question. So, if you look at the Elon Musk and the dynamics of the company, he owns around 79% of the votes and 42% of the equity. So at these terms, this is potentially one of the most founder-friendly IPO offering out there ever. So definitely the Elon Musk factor is a big one. It has unquestionably boosted the valuation of this company, as well as the average people knowing about it. But also, this shows that the investors again are looking more as this company, not just as a regular a middle of the road IPO, rather than the potential that it can bring. Investors have seen that this person, Elon Musk, has created other category defining companies, AI company, as well as obviously Tesla EV company, and has always beaten its kind of expectations. So in a way, people are kind of betting on its future growth rather than the value of the company today. So whether obviously that's kind of a double-edged sword, and in a way you are kind of hedging your bet on one person to deliver. The history shows us that he's able to deliver, but still yet to be seen.
Yeah, I mean, personality aside, what do you think investors should consider as, of course, the company becomes more transparent? Because there are also no true comparables for SpaceX. Is it aerospace? Is it defense, telecom, AI? So, for investors, how should they benchmark or what should they compare this against?
That is a big question, and in your opening, you said that this is a kind of a norm breaking in terms of not having a range, and that kind of shows you that there's really not a benchmark to compare this against other companies. Yes, I mean SpaceX, you can think of it as a defense company, is it a commercial space company, is it a telecommunication company? The most importantly, I think the way the investors are looking at this, it is a kind of a foundational space economy company that is going to vertically integrate many different aspects of the factors that are necessary for the growth of the company. But obviously, after the IPO, the investors are going to have a chance to finally get a look at the have more visibility into the Starlink's revenue, the launch margins, the capital spending, and they are going to have more clear understanding of what the company is doing, what it is worth, and what it can do. So obviously, after the opening, I am personally expecting huge swings in the price. Post public offering, as the investors are starting to get more sense of what is really happening in the company.
All right. We appreciate your time today. Siamak Hesar, their CEO and co-founder at Kayhan Space.